Why howdy people, I'm Disgruntled Ginger.
And I'm GodzillaBorg.
Jeff took the cushions to the couch, so we're kind of sunk in right now.
Yep. It's not as uncomfortable as it seems, but...
Still weird.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, why are we sitting here? I don't know. Maybe we're talking about games. Let's talk about games.
We're going to talk about games?
We're going to talk about games.
What kind of games?
I don't know. What kind do we have here? Maybe we're talking about Resident Evil.
Director's cut.
Yes.
When they promised to put in all the black and white scenes to turn them color and put in the extra gore they got cut out from the Japanese version, but they didn't deliver. But they did add a little bit of content to the game and rearrange the things to make it better.
Such as, no! Don't go!
Exactly! Jill, don't open that door!
But Chris is... Oh, what was that? Maybe it's Chris.
I'll be examining this.
Let's just hope it's not Chris's blood.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
No, you gotta say it right. Jill sandwich.
Still, it is the first. Well, I can't say it's the best. It's definitely not the best, but it is the first. It is good, and as long as you can deal with tank controls, it's still worth playing. But
constant camera angle changing and aiming to fire. It was fun though. And then we went on to the pinnacle.
Yes.
This here is my favorite Resident Evil game.
Yep. For me, it's this one and 5. That's kind of torn, but this is the first one I ever played, and it's still one of the best. In fact, I'm still really jazzed because they're making a Resident Evil 2 remake.
You can start as either character.
Yep.
And then after you play that character, you have to switch to the other one who goes around behind him.
Mm-hmm. And you can do it in either order, so technically it's almost 4 games in one. Plus it has Hunk. First appearance of Hunk in the 4 Survivor scenario.
And Tofu.
Man. We don't talk about Tofu. Tofu's bad for business.
And then we go on to Nemesis.
Yes.
Or as they call it in Japan, Last Escape.
Yep. Now this is supposed to be a side game, and Code Veronica was supposed to be the actual Resident Evil 3, but because of a numbering contract thing with PlayStation, I think it was, they had to switch the numbers. So.
And this game happens right before and right after Resident Evil 2.
Yep.
Like halfway through the game, Jill falls unconscious for like, what, 72 hours?
So, or not quite that many, at least 24.
Yeah.
But and then it's in, was it Carlos? I think
Carlos gets
up.
who's only a character in this game, he gets an antidote for.
Miguel Farah? I think that's how you say his name.
Miguel.
He did it in the movies. Played that character in the movies, but it's completely different in a lot of ways. But still good. It's still good.
Because she survived, because she's a survivor. The very first-person Resident Evil.
Yep. And it works.
It works. It has its clunkiness, but it also has its character.
It's supposed to originally be a light gun game.
Yeah.
I think in Japan it is. It's called like Gun Survivor, but
where Resident Evil 3 had great voice acting, this one had things like, "That's right, I'm Ark."
yes, and one of the characters' names is Locke.
For the PS2, they made another one that was first person called Dead Aim, but that one was bad enough I sold it. I played through the first level, and I sold it.
I have yet to play that one, but
yeah,
I have to because I have to play them all. I've been guided. Both have been guided.
Yeah, the unofficial, unfinished.
Yep.
Game Boy Resident Evil.
Which there is a way. I've seen screenshots of like how to beat it, or like the end scenes, but I don't know how to freaking do that actually playing the game. So maybe it's only through emulator.
Yeah, they've done patches to the ROM through emulator to actually be able to beat the game.
Okay, that makes sense.
And he spoke of Code Veronica.
This is the second version of the game.
Yeah.
Code Veronica X, because originally for Dreamcast, it left out a whole bunch of CGI cutscenes, and I think that's really about it. There might have been some remixes, but
it added in like Wesker files.
Yeah, Wesker files and a whole bunch of Wesker backstory and more Wesker. And
but of course, it still has the Wesker laugh of
One of the best cutscenes.
Alexia? Alexander Ashford and his effing laugh.
Yes. Fantastic character. Outdoes most modern RPGs. Like, just hands down. Like, if you see that character, you see something that, like, just get in there. You'll understand. Just play the game. You'll understand.
And then we have Leon. Help!
Oh God, Ashley Graham.
They went to the over-the-shoulder version
Mm-hmm.
in this, and it works. It honestly works.
It does. It's a good game. Like,
Two-disc GameCube game.
There's some things I have issues with, like as a hardcore story file for Resident Evil, like the whole Las Plagas thing is kind of a bit iffy, but I get they were trying to bring something new in, and they did eventually make it work. But it's still a pretty solid game, and I thought it was really good. And Ashley Graham is
Annoying.
annoying, yes, but there's some cool Easter eggs in there if you mess around with her, so I recommend you mess with Ashley as much as possible.
Wow. But then they didn't forget the classics, because they remade the first one.
It's true. It's superior to the original version in just about every way, because they even took content that was cut from the original game and put it into the remake. And
Also two-disc.
yep, they got lots
If
of
you
good
have a
things.
knife, you can stab a zombie in the head with it to get it off of you.
And if you like PC, you can get the HD version of that.
Yes. And also the HD version of Zero.
There's problems with that game, but it's still fun to play. My biggest gripe is that Rebecca and Billy are so unmatched with their powers that you end up having to spend a lot of time playing Billy, but because Rebecca is, in my opinion, a lot cooler character, but that's just the way that goes.
Well, Rebecca actually showed up in the first Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Billy did not.
it's true.
And then we move on to Xbox. Resident Evil 5, like he said, second best one.
Excuse me.
If you're playing multiplayer, because it is fun
Mhm.
as all get out is more when you're playing with a second person.
Absolutely.
That's how I played through the game finally, and it was great.
Hmm?
It was loads of fun.
No, after all the time of dealing with Wesker, that it's like, to me, it felt like a really big payoff. Like the final boss, like I've beaten the game personally 4 times, and each time it's like, Wesker still left a bit of an ominous chill to it because, he's tough.
Chris!
And plus, you get to punch a boulder. What other game?
Yeah, Chris in the game, the secondary character. What is her name?
Shiva.
Shiva says to him, "You're like some sort of superhero," and he goes, "Well, I'm no superhero." And right at the end of the game, you're punching a boulder off of a cliff.
Yeah, so
Literally.
bigger than you are. Yep. I need an up.
Thanks, partner.
Yep. And here it comes.
Resident Evil 6.
Well, like Resident Evil 6. Now
This thing, you don't understand the pain.
Mhm.
We got into it. We did Wesker's son first.
Yeah, it started out kind of fun,
Yeah.
good characters, working it out, nice new, what's his face, and I can't think of the name at the moment, was definitely a good character, but
With the return of Sherry Birkin, she could play us. It was okay. It was alright. And then we got to Chris.
Chris's scenario was ass.
Holy fucking shit.
That final boss was bullshit.
Holy
The whole thing about that
Fuck!
sums it up. No, it really was. Like, he's not exaggerating, folks. It
This
really
is
was that bad.
friend of ours got stuck on like a couple levels before the final boss on Chris's scenario because fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that
What
shit.
you have to climb up, around, you gotta go through like really
You got
shitty
slide under things and it's just
climb
this
over
thing
things, horrible camera
Fuck.
angles, and then if you get slowed down for just a second, you die. We died like, what, 17 times?
Maybe more than that. It's fucking fuck. Wow.
Yeah. And even
And
the
then-
story, like the overall story arc is retarded. Like, it's not, it should have been a side story at best. It should not have been the main game. And then every scenario, the boss, like the main boss guy, just keeps coming back, and keeps coming back, and keeps coming back, and it's very repetitive. And then, like, I expected there to be like, that's supposed to be like major payoff in Ada scenario. You know what?
Ada's scenario was bullshit.
Yeah, it was nothing. Remove the temptation. It's now in the kitchen, out of sight, it's out of mind. Fuck Resident Evil 6.
Fuck Resident Evil 6. Fuck it so hard. Fuck it so bad. Don't worry, I took the discs out before I did that. I mean, I like that game, but I'm not gonna ruin the discs. But seriously, Capcom, what were you thinking?
They weren't thinking, that's what the problem was.
And then the trailer for the next Resident Evil game. The little E3 showing, have you seen that?
Oh yeah. I'm confused.
Welcome to the family.
It looks like as if it's going to be the episode of X-Files where it's those inbred super family.
It looks like they're trying to pick up where Silent Hills left off.
Yeah.
And doing it badly.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine that, and then they're doing it first person completely with wanting to really pimp out the VR technology. I'm not going to shit on the game until I've played it, but right now it looks like as if they're trying to revamp something, because it is still a sequel, it's not a reboot. Sort of about as much of a reboot I think as Resident Evil 4 was. So, I don't know. I'm perfectly fine with new characters, but I need it to be a Resident Evil game.
You are not Resident Evil!
You're tempting to break it, aren't you?
6 you tried, but you failed.
Hey, remember Leon's scenario? When we got to play with the
Oh.
Got ran over by the train.
We thought maybe Leo's scenario would make it better, and no.
It was the closest to a classic Resident Evil as far as tone goes. I'm basically not really getting as mad because you're getting as mad for both of us.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to. There was much swearing and very much upset, especially with Chris. And the controls and the vehicles, like the vehicle sections.
And Chris's story. Chris is made out to be a whiny drunk. He took a squad in to take out some guys. He lost that squad, and now he's a has-been drunk just sitting around in a bar trying to drink his memories away. It's like, you're Chris Redfield. You have been through worse.
Exactly, and he's, you have dark times. I mean, what happened to Jill? Like, where did Jill go?
He had lost Jill at the beginning of Resident Evil 5, and he was still working.
And he got her back. It's like after Wesker, he just kind of fell apart. Maybe he's, maybe he misses it.
He's no superhero.
Yeah, it was a lot of bullshit. Plus those controls. And I also really hate how sensitive some of the quick time events, the herb system. Like having to go into the case and put them into the herbs, and if you mess up with that, then it makes it a little bit better but on the same hand, just Resident Evil 5 just had it made. Like I'm near my partner, I spray him, we both get the benefits. You don't have to shove all the herbs into a case and mix all this stuff. It was very tedious, especially with how much crazy combat happened in that. But there was giant grasshopper men, and that was definitely a plus. I like giant grasshopper.
They were annoying though.
Yes, they were. And there were a few moments, I'll give it that, there were a few moments that were very satisfying, like towards the end of Jake's scenario was pretty good, but...
Except for the snowmobile.
Yeah, fuck the snowmobile.
Yeah.
Fuck the snowmobile, fuck the motorcycle, fuck the jet.
Fuck Chris.
Yep.
Fuck Pierce. Oh wait, he died. Spoilers, he dies at the end of Chris's scenario to save Chris.
Yep. And then it's all for naught because the enemy is still alive, but then Chris, gets his one moment where he does the Big Bang Theory and kills the monster.
Because he's no superhero.
Yeah, but that monster was dumb. And then the whole thing with Ada and what's her face, Carla. That was looking like it was going to be something cool, but it's not. The main plot line, the whole point behind all the virus outbreak, it's not as epic, it's not as cool, it's not as well thought out. It's just bullshit.
Happier thoughts, Sean.
In fact, if you haven't played
Leon, we're leaving. What are you talking about? There's thousands of zombies out there.
Why doesn't anybody ever listen to me? And of course, there's the Two Guns games that he doesn't have, which is the Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles. They're both good games, and if you like the story, definitely watch those. Or better yet, play them. Oh, wait a minute, you don't have Operation Raccoon City.
James is having me borrow it.
You should borrow it.
It's in there.
Yeah, it's not official, but it's still pretty good, and it gives you a better idea of what a zombie outbreak would really be like. At least the Resident Evil version. Especially with all the Crimson Heads.
So yeah, that took all my energy. Ranting about Resident Evil 6. I don't even care at this point. Just eat me.
Eat me! Okay.
How's this? I'm infesting the world. All 7 or 8 million of them.
Is that Arnold Schwarzenegger with a bug inside?
We have to save California. Okay, I think we're done.
This is gonna be a fun video to edit.
Who says I'm editing it?
Better.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
Wow.
Do you ever feel like a bitch?
Yes, he does. But if you do, you can go ahead and take bitch IQ. You can lose the bitchness and get smart as fuck.
Do it today, 1999.
With chicken.